Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back.
How long has it been?
Oh, my goodness. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
A week?
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
Yo, what the fuck is this game?
I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
Hey, yo, narrator, stop playing with me, man. Help me! Help me, crawl! Narrator, help me! Yay! Help. It's accurate as fuck, boy. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how I like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we're gonna. Okay, perhaps I haven't invited new sliders. Shouldn't be too hard yet. Let me whip a couple new ones out. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Yo, what the fuck is this game? Yes, sir. Okay. So we know, is that a picture of my office? Who took that?
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
What you want to show me, bro? Bro, that's sus as fuck. Mongus? Mongus? We in the vent chat. I'm venting chat.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well,
Yes.
It got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Bro, this
I
is
call
rizzing me
it
up, bro. I ain't
the
gonna lie.
Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
This would be a cool Call of Duty
Experiences
map.
like the launch of
Clicking
the
niggas.
Stanley Parable on PC.
Crosshair placement, crosshair placement. Crosshair. You know what I'm saying? Niggas camping under the crib.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched?
No.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back
Damn.
then, it all meant something.
Damn.
Oh, the waste.
Yeah, I didn't know about this game back then, so sorry. I don't feel the nostalgia you talking about right now. New video game released today. It is. And nigga saw me fall to my fucking face, bro.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like
10
the
out of
stunning
10.
triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com.
Nice.
James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote,
Nice.
"Where so many games that aspire to be more than games
Is this the
end
year I
up
say
less than
grass?
any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created.
I ain't gonna lie, they on
That's how
Stanley Dick.
grand and all-encompassing the original
I ain't gonna lie,
Stanley
they
Parable
on Stanley
was.
Dick.
It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing.
You said it was Skyrim,
It's no
it was
games
Persona?
at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Fuck is down here? Memory zone maintenance, okay. I went to the right door. Person of the year.
Here's another moving passage,
Yo,
this time
nigga,
from GameSpot.com.
This nigga eating his
The
own
Stanley
dick.
Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising,
faster
and
than this
rewarding
nigga.
choices
Where
I've
is it
ever
at?
been confronted with in a game. 9 out
Where's
of
it
10.
at?
Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Yo, how the fuck I'm supposed to get through that bitch ass boy?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's
The
that
fuck is
here?
there?
Oh no. Oh God, no.
They're like
Stanley, it's a
Detroit.
collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Okay.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Whoa.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion.
The narrator
narrator
is obnoxious and unfunny, with his human dialogue
with
proven
his
to be
humor
more
and
irritating
dialogue
than
proving to be more
individual faces
irritating
themselves.
than
I'm already faster than this
entertaining.
nigga, bro.
Funny? I'm not trying to be funny.
Yo!
It's a serious work of art. I suppose I could...
Yo, that was so weird. I tried to pick up my monitor. Like, I thought my monitor was falling. I lifted up my hands to pick up my monitor, bro. I swear. Oh my
Write up a handful
god.
of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable.
Yo, that looks
but the
so
game is
real.
already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Did y'all think your monitor was falling? Bro, you're using your phone, bro. It's not the same feeling.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good,
It is a chat on your screen,
for someone who
so I
prefers
don't see the chat.
non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
You're kinda preachy.
This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
Damn.
You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to.
That's tough.
These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling. What's this one got to say?
Oh, yeah, that is supposed to be a
You
parable.
constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie. Down
A
your
skip
head.
button. Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If
Oh,
I'm
shit.
truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these
What's up?
negative reviews from the record.
Yo.
Only positive reviews of the
Yo,
Stanley
chill, bro.
Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time
Look at
so
my
that the
crosshair.
second my incessant droning starts to bore you with
I
just
want
the
this
push of a
Valorant
button,
crosshair.
you'll have zipped right past
I want
it.
this Valorant.
It's what the players have been
I want this
asking
crosshair on
for,
Valorant.
and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness,
It's hard
that's
box.
what they're going to get.
It's
So
hard
don't
box.
sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and
This
the
nigga
choices,
chatting.
or what have you, and therefore, by
Shut the
becoming
fuck
an...
up.
Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of
Shut
unnecessary...
the fuck up.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption...
Shut the fuck up. You
Okay,
chatting,
welcome
nigga.
back, Stanley. Now, I should say that
Stop
the amount
chatting.
of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 40...
Shut your bitch ass up, boy.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Then shut the fuck
You've just
up.
been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room.
Okay,
Stanley,
then
the
what are you
door
gonna...
is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls
So what the fuck we about to do?
1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit there. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back.
How long has it been?
Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
A week?
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And
Yo.
you think that that's just how
There's no way.
it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing.
What the fuck
Would
is
you
that?
think that it's exactly the same as always?
Why
Doesn't
you
that
always
feel like what
chatting?
we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even
You got 10
close,
seconds before I click
because
it.
I know you can't hear me once you push that button.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, hello. It's you.
Yes.
You're here again. Welcome.
What's good, bro?
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much
How long has it been?
time.
Just tell me how long has it
I
been.
stopped keeping track after a year.
A
Have you
year?
ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let
What?
me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed
What?
opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley.
You... Nigga, I'm gonna be... You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be 80 years old by the time this shit done. Huh?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a
What the
point. It was
fuck?
meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they
I
screamed,
don't know what
gnashed
they
their-
is. Shut the fuck up.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the
Yeah,
end.
give me the
is
fuck out of
never
here.
the end, is
Give me the
never
fuck out of
the
here.
end,
Give me
is
the
never
fuck.
the end, is
Yeah,
never
it's never the end of my dick. It's never the end of my dick. It's never the end of my dick. It's never the end of my dick, nigga. It's never the end of my dick, nigga. It's not my dick, nigga. That's never the end, nigga. Oh shit. A tornado came around this roof before I say this roof. I say this roof. It's I say around my wall. Yo, this shit breaking down. I've been thinking about you. Oh nah nah. What the fuck? Yo, Stanley, how about you climb out this bitch, you useless fuck? Yo, time is really just passing by. It is deteriorating. Nature just fucking shit up. Time just goes, type shit. Shit is growing in here? How long has it been? Am I an old nigga? Am I an old head? Narrator, where are you? Narrator? Okay. Get the fuck out of here. How's civilization look? What the fuck? Chat, what are you doing? If you were somewhere for 100 years, like hundreds of thousands of years, and when you finally woke up, it's just this. Like you wake up into this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, what the fuck is this?
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
What is skip button, bro? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is...
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
What the fuck?
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever...
What?
The Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Wow. Whoa.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Need that right now.
Now,
what's the release date?
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be.
Start this bitch
but
yet?
Let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
Oh, eyes?
I figure
Ears?
that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Now tell me the release date. Estimated. We talking 2023? We talking 2020?
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
What the fuck? What you mean new features? The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Yo, shut the fuck up. That's Cat.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people.
These niggas are not gonna
So
know my
with that in
name.
mind, my first... Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
I'm WRP,
Just
WRP.
play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I'm Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
Okay.
Sleeping and waking as Jim.
Okay.
Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim. Seizing
yes.
all of the world's possibilities as Jim. And as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Yeah.
Do you feel it deeply?
I feel
Are
it.
you really, truly Jim right now?
I feel it, Mr.
If
Krabs.
so, then please step forward and press the button.
I'm Jim.
Jim,
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you.
Jim.
The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
I'm Jim.
It hits even harder the second
Jim.
time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley
Jim.
Parable 2, it would still
Jim
be
is
worth
me.
the money. Let's take a break from the gym button.
I'm
too
Jim.
emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Hey, get that shit away from me. Alright. Other features you got for me. So the next game is gonna call you by your name. What game was it that called me my name?
I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
That shit was insane, bro. Okay.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
Okay, give me the fucking bucket.
It's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes,
do I still get a skip button?
The bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Give it to me. Give me this.
Can you feel it?
Not really.
The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
Not really.
And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Wait, do I look drippy?
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on.
Do I look drippy? Chat, do I look drippy with the bucket?
Await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay, bet. So I got a bucket. Alright, W bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
This bucket dude got some trick to it. I ain't gonna cap.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well.
Oh,
I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
No! You'd be nice to give me some more jumps, bitch ass nigga. What that achievement, nigga? No screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
I can't play
Happy
this.
12th birthday,
Imagine if I'm playing fucking
is.
that stupid ass game I wanted me to play, bro.
Maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Okay. Where should I go? Where should I go, chat? Infinite hole. Where's K? I'm here. He's all the way over here. How do I get to the infinite hole? Right here. It won't end. Gotta end. If it doesn't end, how was it built? If it doesn't end, how does anybody know it doesn't end?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
My thing is, how was this created? And if somebody was falling forever, how did they get back up to tell us that you could fall forever? Because they would just be falling forever.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
No, I think I'll stay here.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
No.
Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of
This is
things.
enjoyable. I'm enjoying myself.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the
What?
infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is.
What?
It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is.
What?
Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely
I'm dead.
philosophical in nature.
I'm dead. I'm looking
it's
away.
more of a...
Ah!
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a
How am I
cheat,
not
and you're
dead?
so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall?
All right, get out.
I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole...
Yo, where's my skip button? You're chatting right now, bro.
If that works for you...
Yes, it works, nigga.
then
Now
go
stop
ahead
chatting.
and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Shut the
Great.
fuck up.
Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Show me even more bitches, nigga. All about the sequel, nigga. Show me about the bitches, nigga.
You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no.
Yo, get
You
off my
have a
dick.
Weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this
Yes,
time?
way
I couldn't
shorter.
help but feel like you spent a little less time in there
Yes,
than
I
you did
did.
before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positive. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts
Dan's
to
right
become
here.
a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax
wanna
overall
go again.
standards for accountability in marketing. What's going
wanna go
on
again.
here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature
Let me
of
go
the
again.
hole's length.
Is it shrinking?
Let's try something.
What if
Let's
it's not
pop back up to the
shrinking
top,
and I'm
we'll see
getting
if it gets
bigger?
any shorter. Well, there it is.
Yeah.
Is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
I'm going.
Is
How do I get out?
the, teleport button not working?
No, it's
You
not
sure?
working. Yes, I swear.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a
Okay,
moment
then
ago.
crawl up,
Try
bitch ass
again.
boy.
Still nothing?
No,
Well, I
bitch.
suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Hey, stop lying. Get me out. Get me out. Hey, yo, narrator, stop playing with me, my nigga. Narrator. Ah, Stanley, the parable. Yo, TP me, my nigga, TP me. What going on? Hop into the door. Yo, no! help me! Help me! Crawl! Narrator, help me! I can't TP! I can't TP! Narrator! I can't jump! Narrate! Gang it! Gang it! What the fuck? This ugly bitch! Gang it! Gang it! Help.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer.
What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm making a beat. What the fuck was that? What? What?
Stanley!
Help me, Bridget! What?
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley. Because this hole is just so darn fascinating
Yeah,
that
get me
I want
out.
you to be wide awake for every second of it.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
Yeah.
From the looks of
Take
things,
me out.
you and I will have many, many years here in this hole.
Why? Why?
And I'm looking forward to all of them.
Why?
Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
If you drop, I'll suck a cock you start dropping, bitch. Oh no. Please, no, not again. Please, please, not again. Please, not again. Okay. As long as I don't spawn back in the hole when this shit ends, bro. Yo, never again. Never the fuck again. Toodle pip. Never the fuck again.
Here
Pip
we
toodle.
are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
No. I want to go home. What the fuck? Did you like my beat though? Is she spinning? Boom, ding, ding. Boom, ding, ding, yeah. Boom, ding, ding, yeah. Boom, ding, ding, cha, cha. Boom, ding, ding, cha, cha. Boom, ding, ding. Boom, ding, ding. Boom, ding, ding, cha. Boom, ding, ding, cha. Boom, ding, ding, cha, cha. Boom, ding, ding, cha, cha. Boom, ding, ding. Boom, ding, ding. Boom, ding, ding, cha, cha.
Now here's something special. You
What?
remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology
No, I don't remember,
to
bro. I'm a
simply
noob.
give you the achievement.
Give it to me.
Yes. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Okay, bitch ass nigga. You're useless. So is there nothing left over here? Nigga just trolled me?
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I don't know. Can you find them? Whoa.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Okay. Thank you.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it.
Yeah, but you're not gonna do that because you're a bitch ass
Absolutely
nigga. Scammer. What else have we done? Exit. Take me.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yes. That logic. Let's get it, man.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Why do I still have this bucket in my hand?
I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
You poop.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
Okay.
And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but it doesn't add up to anything.
NT.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
What?
With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
Yeah, whip it up.
Perfect.
Whip it up.
Go ahead. Take a look.
Whoa. Whoa.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
The fuck?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee.
That's not the balloons I wanted. I wanted the white ones.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket, drip.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Where's my content?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yeah, he didn't do that though.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
It's just a place to be, bro.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to it. No.
We're gonna go somewhere new.
The bucket was wrong.
We're going somewhere new.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
No, they didn't. That's not what they did, though. Fucking wuck it. Let me get a wuck it.
Good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What the fuck?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before.
But the bucket is
I
drippy.
know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it.
Are you jealous?
Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Don't forget me, nigga.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
What the fuck?
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Yes. It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Like what? Not my bucket. I ain't gonna lie. You on bucket dick.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True,
No.
it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Jesus Christ. No. Get me out
Can
of
you
here.
guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
No.
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Bucket lives matter, facts. Bucket lives matter. Bucket lives matter.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
Bucket.
Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it for the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and... The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential.
What the fuck?
We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend.
Nigga, am I with
For
the
the
wall?
moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Oh, fuck no. Oh, fuck no. Oh, fuck no, bro. Oh, fuck no, bro. Where's my fucking bucket?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
Come on,
room.
bucket!
Perhaps Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Oh God.
Perhaps his boss's
Whoa.
office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
This broom closet can
really
suck
feel it.
my dick.
It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Whoa. Oh!
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
Cap.
You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried.
Cap.
So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Money in the morning, money in the evening, money in the breakfast, money, Chris. Whoa. I just opened certain doors now? Give me that elevator. Anthony, it's random. They put in 20 guesses, my boy. Hey, hey, hey. Get me the fuck out of here, puss out, boy. Hey. Whatever. Fuck out of here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
2845. Is this what it was before? Is 2845 what it was before?
Stanley just
Was it
sat
always
around
2845?
twiddling his thumbs.
I don't remember.
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Yo, random with a
Yes.
50.
This
Let me
is certainly the
turn
most
donos
logical
on. My fault, bro.
explanation.
Yo, what's good? You remember me from that? Of course I do, my nigga. You big money bitch. What's up, bro? Yo, what do you do, Anthony? Like, where you from, bro? Like, what you got going on, dog? Like what's the fucking word, bro? Alright, I want to try one last thing.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate.
Wait, what?
It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Bro, this
Soothing
nigga
him,
all about a
comforting
bucket,
him,
bro.
reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Bucket is all that matters. Bucket is love. Bucket is life. Fuck you.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read
escaping.
Mind Control. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean?
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
What the? Okay. See you on the other side, baby. What?
As the machine whirred into motion and
Wait,
Stanley
what?
and the bucket inched closer to their demise,
the
Stanley
fuck?
reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it
What
puts
the
the
fuck?
mind and the soul at ease to
Yo, give me the
embrace
fuck out of
bucket.
here!
But what use is a sense of ease
Yo, give me the fuck
when
out
you're
of
about
here!
to be crushed to death? This
Chill,
is what
chill,
Stanley
chill,
thought
chill.
to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so
Chill.
much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
No!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
Bitch! Blood clot. What the fuck?
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold. Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own?
But it was my
Can you see the
bucket.
hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
It was my bucket. It was my bucket. These niggas getting sturdy, bro. Just getting started back in the hieroglyphic days.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Whoa. Yes, that's me, nigga. Stop, nigga. That sounded like a heartbeat, for real. That shit sounded like a heartbeat or some shit, nigga. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Okay.
There is something we can do, something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Yo, this game been skipped.
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine.
Hey,
don't
take our song.
reset the game.
Goddamn.
Don't give him another
Babu,
opportunity
babu,
to run off with another beautiful
Sogela.
bucket. We can save the world's buckets from
Soge.
their treatment as tools and implements if
Sogela.
only we let Stanley die together.
Oh, Jesus,
the bucket
Lord
should
Jesus
take his
Christ.
place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new
Bro,
world,
chill,
a
nigga.
new vision.
Chill.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What the fuck? Chess, so what happens if I don't grab the bucket? What if I just don't grab the bucket?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What happens if I go to the place I just went to, but without the bucket?
Checked on Ozark Q.
Oh. Hey, Donald, why did you just resend?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Suck my dick.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Suck my dick. Downstairs is the thing with the car. We already did downstairs, bro. Isn't that the car shit?
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
No, I'm not doing
He
this
considered
again.
the possibility of
I'm not
facing
doing
his
this again.
boss,
I'm not doing this
admitting
again.
he
I'm
had
not doing
left
this
his
again.
post
I'm not
during
doing this
work
again. I'm not
hours.
doing this
He
again.
might be fired for that.
I'm not doing
and
this
in
again.
such a
I'm not doing
competitive
this.
economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment.
Suck my dick.
All of his co-workers were
Suck
gone.
my dick.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
So what
Perhaps he had
haven't we
simply
done,
missed a
chat?
memo.
What haven't we done?
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Okay, let's see where bucket takes me.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the direct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
What the fuck?
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo
That's what I'm
lift,
doing, my
yes.
boy.
Go there.
Yo.
Go to the cargo lift. Good.
Exactly what I'm
said
doing,
the
my
bucket.
nigga.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Do I listen
Stanley
to that
did
nigga?
not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the
They were trying
bucket
to trick
had
me.
spoken to him, and he unthinkingly
They were
did
trying to
whatever
trick
the
me.
bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was
I go here
okay
then,
to
bitch.
bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and
Bro,
what
this some
isn't a
racist shit,
bucket?
bro.
I suppose that would
Buckets
explain
lives
a lot
matter.
about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly.
Okay, what do I
So
do?
much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
Okay,
Please, step in here for a moment.
I'm in there. Nigga all over bucket dick, slopping over that nigga knob, bro.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Bet.
Simply
I'm
that,
locked.
right? This
Locked
should
in.
tell us everything we'll ever need to know about
Be
what
alarmed.
is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Bucket. Bucket.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Bucket.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
I knew it. Okay.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
I know my bucket from anywhere. I was just testing to see if they knew.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
No.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Okay.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
Bro, I thought it was something I wasn't seeing, bro.
Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct.
What I tell y'all?
This is a bucket.
The fuck I told y'all. I'm locked in. I'm locked the fuck in.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Hey, what the fuck?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. Should be around here somewhere.
Yes.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something. And therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing?
Or nothing is a
Answer me
bucket.
straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Well, if nothing is a bucket, then a bucket could be nothing. So technically, when I answered that question, I wasn't technically wrong. And honestly, it really depends on your definition of a bucket and your definition of nothing. There's really no real definition of nothing, because nothing is nothing, and you can't really describe nothing because it's nothing. Even though I'm saying the word nothing, like, what do you see when you die? Nothing? Blackness? You can't explain it because it just doesn't exist. So yes.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game.
The fuck?
entirely.
No. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, here we go.
No! No! You jealous bitch!
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea.
Idiot.
Except me. I'm not a bucket after all.
No, you're not a bucket.
And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
No.
Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
You're
Yes,
not cool
I
enough to be
actually
a
feel much
fucking
more
bucket.
at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue.
This nigga
But it
trying to
doesn't
rizz me
change the
up.
fact
Get me out
that
the
we
fucking
haven't got
door.
a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if
Okay,
you
bet.
run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Yo.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had... Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Go to broom closet. Nigga, I've been going in there every time and it says there's nothing, bro.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
I wanna try
This
one
was
thing
not
one
the
more
correct
time.
way to the meeting room.
I wanna try
But
something.
Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee
last thing I'ma
lounge
try.
was simply the place to be.
Just because I want
And
to.
here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Bitch
Was
ass.
this no? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yeah.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Said I'm on 3 pills right now, if I'm being honest. Hope my feelings shoot out like a rocket. Niggas thought they had the swag, but I'm really on it. Look at you just window shopping that new